Be sure to subscribe for more content.
What is up, ladies and gents? Welcome to the BigBC Finance Channel, and I hope you're having an awesome day today. So in this video, we're going to be talking all about Cronos. We're going to be talking about where we think the price is going to go to in the future. We're going to be talking about whether we should be buying the dip right now or should we be waiting a little bit. And of course, I'll be talking as well about how you can get pretty much a free $25 from cryptobike.com just by signing up, but more on that later. So let's dive into this video first by talking about their price, by first talking about CRO and what has happened to it. So of course, since the peak, CRO has been down about 95%. We saw an all-time high just short of $1 there. It's a little bit annoying for CRO fans, you know, almost at the $1 mark, but now we're sitting right at around 5 cents. But of course, you know, if it can reclaim its all-time high once again, you know, that's a massive nearly 20x in return. So, you know, it could be an attractive investment, particularly if they're able to pick up in the next bull run. And that's why we're looking at it today. Of course, we just want to see whether this is a good time to be buying. Now, of course, just looking at the macro here on CRO, we can see that, you know, it's just been pretty much in a downtrend since the start of 2022. This moving average here, this line, this blue line that is going down, pretty much summarizes the direction of the trend very, very well here on CRO. So one of the first things that I always look for is to see how the price is relative to its moving average. The moving average is pointing down at the moment, and we have two areas here where the price pretty much came to test this 200-day moving average and got rejected and went back down. So that tells me that, you know, this bearish trend is still fairly strong here on CRO. So what we do now is look to see where we could potentially see some sort of reversal. And when I say reversal, we want to see, you know, the price starting to head in a new bullish trend, and of course overcome this hurdle of this blue moving average as keeping the prices down. So at the moment here on CRO, we are making new lows. Of course, we're at 5.2 cents at the moment. So the big question really becomes, how much lower do we think the price can go? And if we zoom out, we can see that we have lost a very important support line. If we draw this horizontal line kind of connecting the prices here, we have indeed lost it. And of course, this support line held the prices up in the end of 2020 there and during that crisis at the end of 2022. So that was literally around 5.4 cents. So we're really just sitting below it at the moment. If we zoom into this area right now, we can see that we have started the reverse upwards, but we are still below the support. So, you know, really two scenarios can happen here. Of course, if we are able to regain the support, we can use it once again as a support, and maybe that could propel CRO higher. But of course, in the short term, if we aren't able to go above the support, what we could potentially see is it is used as a resistance, and we can continue to see the price of CRO head lower. So, you know, we've got two scenarios there, and of course I'm closely monitoring to see what happens. 5.37 cents is that critical price here for CRO. If we do head lower, then the next price I would expect to see is around 3.4 cents. Now, the reason why I think 3.4 cents is going to be our next support is because of the fixed range volume profile. So the fixed range volume profile shows us exactly where people are buying and selling CRO. It shows us where a lot of the transactions are happening, and what we get is, when we draw this fixed range volume profile, we get this line here, which at the moment is in black. If I just change that so you guys can see that a little bit better. So now you guys can see it in red. This is called the point of control. So the point of control basically shows that above this kind of area, you know, the bulls are generally in control. If we see the price below this red line, the bears are generally in control. And of course, if we have a look at this price data where the prices have gone down to as low as 2.5 cents, we can see that the line point of control here is at around 3.4 cents. So this, you know, to me is a really good area to show us that we should see quite a lot of support here. If we look at the price in this region, for example, as well, we do see evidence of it being used quite nicely as some form of support. So this kind of backs up the theory that this line is significant here for CRO. And of course, if it is to be respected, it gives CRO a downside at the moment of where the price is at 5.2 cents of around 34%. Now that seems like quite a big drop, but if you have a long-term outlook here on CRO, then you know the risk to reward could be worth it for you. You know, if you put $1,000 in and you're happy to walk away with $660 at what I think is the worst case scenario, then it's not a bad idea whatsoever, particularly when you consider that if CRO can hit its all-time high again at nearly $1, that's nearly a 20x. So a 33% downside or a 2000% upside, could be worthwhile, of course. So if you believe in the long term, talking 6 months or more, that the price of CRO here is going to be above 5.2 cents, then a nice thing you could potentially do just to earn a free $25 is to buy CRO directly from their website. And of course, what you would do is get their Visa card if you don't have one already. Basically, it's free to sign up for their Visa card. And if you do that using the link down below, you just basically get a free $25. And of course, if you do believe in the long-term prospects of CRO, so I'm talking 6 months, because of course, what you would need to do to get that $25 is stake 350 euros of CRO or $400 of CRO for 6 months in order to get that $25. Of course, staking for 6 months means you can't touch that CRO in 6 months. But if you believe in 6 months time, by the end of 2023 from making this video, for example, that CRO is going to get to somewhere like 10 cents, for example, then of course your investment has doubled. You staked it, you've got a free $25, and of course you've got a nice card as well that gives you 1% cash back in CRO. It gives you free Spotify as well for the first 6 months. Of course, the stake is only 6 months, so you can unstake after that Spotify is done, for example, if you wanted to. And the card gets sent to you completely free. So that is an option for you if you do believe in the long-term prospects here of CRO and you just want to earn a free $25. Like I say, click in the link down below and sign up for the card that way. That way you get that free $25. So that's really something to consider. But other than that, what I'm really looking out for here at CRO at the moment is just the general macro for exchanges. At the moment it is a bit of a rough time, like I say, because we've got the SEC suing exchanges because they've been accused of selling securities which are just cryptocurrencies. So crypto.com hasn't directly been addressed by the SEC, but maybe in the future it will. So for exchanges it doesn't look great right now, but of course when the sentiment is this bad, it could be a buying opportunity. So like I said before, could see some significant downside here to CRO, down to about 3.4 cents. But of course the upside is definitely there. Crypto.com definitely have a lot of good connections. They're sponsoring a lot of sporting events. They're doing a lot of things to get their name out there. So, they're really becoming a household brand in the cryptocurrency space. I probably didn't even need to tell you that, because if you're watching this video, I do think you're probably a fan of CRO already. So yeah, just some ideas for you. And that's pretty much all I have to say in this video. So thank you so much for watching. If you let me know down in the comments what you think the price of CRO is going to be in the next bull run. And of course, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in my next video.